Hi, welcome to this week's episode of the Weekly Magazine. My name's Costas.
And I'm Chris.
What a great show we're going to have this week.
This is a very exciting show. We're excited about all the stuff we have to show you, and we're just excited in general.
Now, we're actually going to mention our next release as well.
Yes.
We'll let people know what is coming out over the next month or so.
That's true. We have
what we've been working on. And we'll show you our next release on this show. Exciting stuff.
That's a good segue.
Absolutely, whatever segue means, but anyway. Last week's anagram was Rose Clement, and it stood for
Scarlet Monte.
Scarlet Monte.
Hence why I said good segue.
Which is our next release.
Well, hey! Told you we'd mention it.
So let's pick out the winner.
Okie dokie. Our winner is Paul Thomas.
Paul Thomas, contact us in the usual channels and we'll sort you out. Now, Warren Treadaway.
Warren Treadaway! The infamous Warren Treadaway.
We gave him a bit of a rest from entering the competition because every time he entered the competition, for some reason, he won. And we said we're not going to put his name in for a while, and I think a while's passed now. So Warren,
I think he's had his time out enough.
You are now eligible to re-enter
and win every time.
The competition. Todd's law. Next time he enters, he's going to win. He better not. Well, otherwise, we're picking another name out of the hat.
Yeah, this is your first chance, Warren, with this week's anagram, which is camel taming.
Yeah, camel taming.
I like this one.
We like a bit of camel taming.
It's like
have you ever
dressage, but with camels.
Have you ever sat on a camel?
No.
It's weird.
Wouldn't it be like a roller coaster? It's sitting at the top of a roller coaster.
Don't be silly.
I don't know. Or do you sit in the hump bit? I don't know. I've never ridden one. I want to go to Egypt though.
I'll take you camel riding.
Way!
Yeah.
I don't know where my mind went with that one.
So, horse riding.
Yeah.
Elephant riding.
Yep.
So, what are we talking about this week? We are giving a once over. Our next release is Scarlet Monte. We've got a live performance of this as well.
Pete Turner's At the Table lecture, live lecture.
And the blast from the past is To the Dead of Misfortune.
The Deal of Misfortune.
Oh, Deal?
The Deal of Misfortune.
I read that as dead, yeah. To the Deal of Misfortune by Jasper Blakeley.
That's the one.
So let's get on with this week's show.
This week's first once-over is Scarlet Monte by Malcolm Norton and produced by us. Let's have a look at a live performance we did earlier and have a talk about it afterwards. We're going to start today off with a story.
Okay.
A story. Story of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Okay.
Yes. Are you aware of the Scarlet Pimpernel?
Yeah.
Yay! Finally, someone who's...
Really?
Okay. So this is the story of the Scarlet Pimpernel, but with cards.
Okay.
Right. So the story goes that there were 3 guards and our Scarlet Pimpernel. The Jack of Hearts will be our Scarlet Pimpernel.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the first time they caught the Scarlet Pimpernel, they left one of the guards outside. In fact, I'll use your hand for the outside of the jail cell, just like so. And they left the other 2 guards inside with the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Okay.
One of the guards closed his eyes for just a second. The other turned his back, and within a blink of an eye, that's all that Scarlet Pimpernel needed, he managed to escape. He really did escape from all 3 of them, just like that, and arrive back outside in society. So the story goes they caught him a second time. We'll leave him there. They caught him a second time and they decided not to close their eyes, not to turn their backs. They put him inside the jail cell. But just within a blink of an eye, just a split second was all he needed. He still managed to escape. Have a look. The final time they caught him, they decided they would leave all the 3 jailers in with him. To not close their eyes, to not turn their backs, yep, hand out flat like a table. But he still managed, within a blink of an eye, to disappear. And he really did disappear and arrived. My wallet's been here the whole time.
Yeah.
If you actually have a look, There's one card inside. Go on, take it out, turn it over.
That's amazing.
You've just seen a live performance of Chris performing Scarlet Monte. Now, really looking for this effect to actually come out.
Yes, it's very exciting.
I haven't actually been this excited for a long time.
Look at how excited he is.
Well, not only with this release, actually our next few releases.
I totally agree. Looking at our board, I've got some exciting stuff all lined up.
Scarlet Monte, we've been working on this for ages. It
really has.
Malcolm brought it out independently by himself. It never went into distribution or anything. Sold it in his shop, Top Secret Magic, in Plymouth, or the house Jack built, which is the smallest magic shop on the planet. It's so small.
It's just the door.
The door has to be open for a punter to actually be in the shop. That's how small it is.
I was joking.
I'm being serious.
That's amazing.
Which is a sight to see. It's actually really fun. It's got some really great, very unique old stuff as well. And he approached us with Scarlet Monte. Hey, do you want to release this? We looked at it. We thought, this is really good.
Yes. I fell in love with it immediately. I love this package.
It's very commercial. You've seen the reactions it gets. Now, Chris... There's a few ways you can perform this. There's the original Scarlet Pimpernel routine.
Yes, which I love because I love stories. Or
there's a Monte routine, which is a straight 3-card Monte type effect. Now, Chris did a mixture of both.
I sort of did because
there's a rhyme that goes in the Pimpernel or Scarlet Monte routine that... If you watch the end of the show, there's a trailer, you'll see the official trailer and it's in there.
I just didn't want to do the same. Basically, you're going to see the trick a few times in this episode, so I didn't want it to be exactly the same.
Yeah, and they're both different, patter-wise slightly different.
Yeah, slightly different.
But the routine's exactly the same, so you can. It's very versatile to change the patter and use it as a standalone Monte.
Use it as however you see wish.
It's very easy to do. Very easy to do.
Yeah, no, it is very easy to do. The thing about it is it's in its sense it's a three-phase packet trick with then a kicker 4th bit.
Yeah.
Pokey.
Well, yeah, actually the ending as well was different in the live performance to the trailer. Whereas so if you watch the performance and then watch the trailer, you'll see again how versatile it is because the last card can come
anywhere.
Out anywhere you want.
Anywhere.
Which is great.
Yes.
It's available to order now. They should be sent out to all customers within a week. We have got them all there.
We do.
Already, just to put in their cardboard sleeves things. There's free worldwide delivery on this, so no matter where you are in the world, you'll get free delivery. So that's again an extra savings, so you don't have to pay the high international shipping costs.
Yes.
It's a really nice effect. The reactions it gets is really good. And in fact, we've got a couple of purist customers that don't do any gimmicks. They just want, a DVD with multiple effects on or a book and stuff like that.
Yep.
And they wanted this.
They wanted this straight away. In fact, people came in and were saying, because we showed it to them, and they said, save me one of those.
Well, we've been showing this to everyone that came in.
Yes,
we've had this for a while. It's just wasn't the right time to release it. Now it is.
Yeah. For
us. And it's surprising how great a response it gets from working professionals as well. There's a lot of commercial value in this trick.
Yeah.
It's not a trick you'll get and put in your drawer. It's easy to do. The reactions are great. What else can you say about it? It's what it is.
It's what it
As
is.
you see in the trailer, that's what it is. And that's Scarlet Monte by
Malcolm
Norton. We have another one. Another At the Table Live lecture. This week it's with Pete Turner. Now let's watch a performance of one of the effects that Chris performs from this lecture. We come back and discuss that trick and the rest of the DVD.
If you don't mind, manhandle your phone for a bit. I'm gonna borrow it just to show that. Oh, you've got the passcode thing. Just to show that if I were to try and access your phone, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Right. And if I were to type in random numbers, it wouldn't work. Right. So what I'd like you to do, don't let me see what your passcode is. Unlock your phone.
Yeah.
And go through your apps and find your calculator.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell me when that pops up.
Yep.
Yep. Now, because I don't want you saying anything out loud, and you don't want me thinking that I'm trying to hear what you're gonna tell him in a minute, just type in the 4 digits of your passcode on the calculator.
Okay.
Yeah. And then show it to Simon, just so I can't see it. Yeah. And then lock your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And just in case, just to make sure that I'm not going to look at where the fingerprints. Well, you never know. It might work. It might work. Here's what we're going to try and do. If you put your thing out. Yeah.
Nothing.
Your hand. Yeah. And we're going to leave that there.
Okay.
Right. So what I'd like you to do is just concentrate on the numbers. You know what it is now.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. So concentrate on the first digit, right? The first digit. Now scream it to me in your mind. Is there a 2? No. A 1. A 1. Let's see what we got. 1. Is there a... There's a 4 in there, isn't there? There's a 4. Now bear in mind, we haven't said anything up. You haven't told me what your passcode is. I'm not getting a number for... Because there's 0. And I think... I'm just going to go for this.
Now, I've just seen a performance of one of the effects on this DVD, which was the pin code divination.
Yeah.
I find it really difficult saying that word.
Divination.
Divination, I would have said.
Oh, deviation. That's
this
the one
is
you're combining. Divination.
Really nice effect. I've seen Pete Turner do this a few times to lay people, to magicians, and it always it doesn't fail to kill.
No. Yeah.
And the method is so simple and cheeky, you would laugh when you actually find out the method.
Yeah. Careful.
That's how much I like it.
His hands are shaking. So excited. I know I'm gonna perform that. I know I am, and I know I'm gonna study the rest of this DVD and learn some of the stuff because there's some brilliant, well thought out stuff on there. The performance I did was sort of a slimline version of it. If I were to do it live for an audience, I would elongate the trick.
The thing about this DVD, when he explains each effect, he actually goes into detail with variations and stuff. There's a lot of information on each effect as well. Yeah.
And there's multiple variations on the performance that they show as well.
Well, I actually did pin code divination. And I was actually surprised how well it
does.
It works. Because you hear that, you see the method, you know the method,
and you think, no, it's a bit bold, isn't it?
And the thing is, you don't really need to practice it that much.
No, I mean,
you perform it, and you realise how strong a reaction it gets, and it's really, really impressive.
When we came out of the place that we performed, I said to you, I was like, I can't believe that worked.
What about number divination? I really like that one as well.
Because we went over a few things when I came into the shop this morning to pick which one we thought we would do for the show, and I showed you that one, and we were kind of both impressed because a lot of the stuff on this DVD is difficult to do on your own.
Yeah,
You know?
that's the thing with Pete Turner stuff. It's not something you can practice in front of the mirror like a card trick or other types of mentalism effects.
You have to be bold and do this.
You need to go out in the trenches and practice them whilst you performing.
Yes, I totally agree.
And some of the stuff is not straightforward.
No,
it's not something you'll be able to do immediately.
No, he even goes into some stuff behind cold reading as well, which is quite interesting. Which is something that I've been scared to delve into as much as I love the idea of it. And I'm pretty sure everyone likes the idea of being able to cold read someone. It's just one of those things, you gotta be bold and you gotta do it. And the great thing that he's saying about mentalism is, if you don't, for the lack of a better term, if you don't hit on everything, that's fine. Because there's many variations on you can theoretically blame the person for not giving you the right vibes. There's many ways of getting out of it.
I don't think Pete Turner can actually get a trick wrong, because
he knows too much to get something wrong.
He just continues talking until the trick goes his way, and then it's a miracle. And that's the beauty of this type of stuff. Just go out in the trenches, perform it. Even if you don't buy this DVD to learn anything, just buy and listen to the wisdom.
Absolutely.
And what he has to say about performing and all that kind of stuff, and it's so worth it.
It is. It's worth it just to hear him talk about it.
He throws so many things at you that makes you think about performing. And about mentalism in general.
Yeah.
He's good with words. He knows how to talk. He's a great performer.
He knows how to script things very well.
I'm sure he makes sure it's spot on before he goes out and performs it. But if you ever get an opportunity to see Pete Turner, it's worth an experience. But I'm pretty sure that he's very unique in what he does and who he is, because some of the stuff is mind-blowing, but then again, it's...
He's also just to wrap it up, he's also just a great performer. He's just like a pleasure to watch do what he does.
So what else can you say about this? It's 3.5 hours long, approximately.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information. You saw the performance that Chris did earlier. The other stuff are as good as that, if not better.
Indeed.
So
the star sign thing still gets me.
That is really cool.
That's really cool.
So that's the At the Table Live Lecture, Pete Turner.
Q&A this week. We are doing a rollover again. Doing another rollover from last week, and the question was,
you learn in Magic, you want to go and perform, get experience in the real world. How do you go about it?
How do you ask for gigs? How do you go to restaurants and go? And where would you go?
And all that. It's just giving some people that want to go out, get out of their comfort zone, and get that bit of extra performance. And what information can we give them, basically? So that's the question and answer for next week. Welcome to the Deal of Misfortune by Jasper Blakeley. That's what it says there. Welcome to the Deal of Misfortune. So the next once over is Deal of Misfortune by Jasper Blakeley. Let's watch a live performance Chris did earlier, and we come back and discuss it.
Do you think you're a lucky person?
No.
Okay. Well, we're going to put that to the test.
Okay.
Right? And magicians are notorious for cheating.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you how this is going to go.
Okay.
You will lose.
Okay.
But I will give you the option to win. I will give you every option, every chance to win possible.
Right.
I'll show you what I mean. We've got a whole bunch of cards with different numbers on. So you give those a shuffle. Just, just mix them like that. Perfect. And just drop them on the table. And give those a mix as well, and then drop those on top of there. Brilliant. Perfect. I'm going to give you the options. I want to make sure that I'm not mixing up how you mix them up. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you options between two numbers each time.
Okay.
Right? So the first 2 times will be cards for you, second for me, and so forth and so forth. Right? So you've got the option of 3 or 0.
3.
Which one would you want? 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? We've got 5 or 7.
5.
5. Interesting, you didn't go for the high number. And then 2 for me this time. Which one would you like me to have? 3 or 5?
5.
5. Okay. We've got 1 or 7?
7.
7. And 0 or 7 for you?
7.
7. 3 or 1 for me?
1.
1 for me. So that leaves you with 0 and that leaves me with 3. Bundle those together. Alright, now here's what we're going to do. What I would like you to do is make the largest 4-digit number you can make out of these numbers. Just put them on the table, rearrange them. 7530. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But magicians are always one ahead. I've got 7531. That was all your decisions. It was all your choice. But here's the interesting thing. I predicted these numbers way far in advance. I knew you were going to lose. You know why? So we actually rearrange these. You actually see it actually spells out lose. And over here, if we rearrange these, it spells out wins. But not only that, not only after all your mixing, if you were to bet on this, you would be a poor woman. I would be a rich man. Because here's the interesting thing. You end up being poor, and I end up with the riches.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Now, just in live performance. Now, this, you underestimated this, didn't you?
Yes, I'll admit to that. I did.
You didn't think it would get the reaction it did.
I didn't. I am still gonna try it the other way to see, but that's just personal preference. But from what I saw of, oh god, if I hold that there, it disappears. But the way that we did it today, it works. It works as is.
It's surprising how the layperson really likes these type of effects.
Yes.
You know, as magicians, we look at them, we think, well, this is £10. It's, well, okay, mediocre, boring. Okay, let me stick to my proper card tricks.
Right.
But the value in performing this type of effect is so strong because the reactions are really good.
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised.
You know, we gotta get out of our head this magician thing.
Yeah.
And just see a trick of the reactions it gets.
We've got to get out of that rut of seeing it as magicians. We've got to see it as the spectator. We've got to see it as a new thing that we haven't been practicing for days, for years, for months. You know, one of those things. We've got to see it afresh.
Well, that's
and
it.
I didn't.
And this is one of them where it's, you know, you got it on the shelf and you know the method and you think, okay, well, right. And you show it to customers as well sometimes and they can't see the value of the live performance.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly.
You know, this shows the reaction it gets and the experience you can have with the layperson, the spectator, is really strong. You know, it's not just a 30-second trick, and there's a bit of interaction. There's the spectator making the choices. Everything's free. There's no force in this.
No.
It is a free choice.
It is. I mean, the choices they make are what they make. It's just
and that's what's good about it.
Highly in your favour.
Right, yeah. The outcome would always be the same.
Yep.
But it is a free choice in what the spectator tells you to do. And that's what's so good about it. You're not trying to manipulate the situation. The situation is created by the spectator's own choices.
Yeah.
And
to them, that's even more impossible because they made the choices.
And that's what makes it strong as well.
I'm just reading the quote on here. It says, "I used to be a heavy gambler, but now I just make mental bets. That's how I lost my mind."
And whose quote is
Steve Allen.
Okay. So
if you like what you saw, that's what you get. You get everything included. It comes in a little cute little box. We've taken this out because it's just you can't see through the box.
That's it.
And if you liked it, you know where to get it from. But hey.
So the anagram for next week is camel taming. If you can work out the answer, send it to us and we'll put you into next week's hat.
Well, hey, Warren.
So we looked at 3 items this week again. We got Scarlet Monte, which is a new release.
Pete Turner's At the Table Experience lecture.
And to the Deal of Misfortune by Jasper Blakeley. Also known as Cock-Off. If people know Cock-Off and don't know who he is, it's Jasper Blakeley. He's created this great little packet trick.
Right.
So let's talk about what we are doing.
The board.
What we are working on. Yes. So Scarlet Monte is the first release up to the run of products up to Christmas. I know last week we released Decon, but Scarlet Monte is the one that will kick off the next ones. Great packet trick, highly recommended. You know, it's a really strong effect.
It is.
And well worth it.
It's another one of those things that I forgot to mention. It's in their mind, it happens in their hand. Because it's sort of you know, so it's not just a regular 3-card Monty, find the lady type thing.
I've seen this performed so many times by Chris, and it still gets me at the last phase.
Yeah, me too.
It's just so visual and so beautiful, and so cunning. It's really nice. So if you like that kind of stuff, or you want something different, something good, Scarlet Monte is for you. You see, that sort of rhymes.
Yeah.
Now, what we've also been working on, we've got loads of projects released, but the next one, if people are aware of Corner Light by Ravi Meyer, we've actually got the Corner Light project coming out.
The new and improved.
This brings an effect to a completely new level.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about why it's a new level or what you get.
Spoilers.
It's so more advanced, so much better.
It is.
That not only has Corner Light gone into the repertoire of many working professionals, the Corner Light project is guaranteed to go into many more people's
absolutely.
repertoires, because it's such a... Well, we had the gig at Halloween.
We did.
And one of the tricks... I've never performed this before, so I wanted to test it. So after performing a trick that used a lighter, I performed Corner Light, the Corner Light project, and I was really shocked and surprised with the reaction it got.
He's not kidding. He came to me in our little intermission, our little break.
I honestly can't believe it. You know, well, I've been performing magic for over 25 years now, and this is the first time a trick has taken me so much by surprise.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I saw the reactions that Ravi gets from it. I saw the reactions that the trick gets. Yeah. But when you perform something yourself and it takes you by surprise of the reaction it got from something,
you just don't expect it. You
don't
expect how strong it is.
It's such a commercial effect.
And we've gone into so much detail with it.
There's
many routines on it.
If you already know it, you'll want the project, because there's
new techniques.
The lighters work. The new methods. There's routines. It's a really nice project. Really now after that, we've got another one called Gift Card.
We do. We're very excited about this one.
Which is something that came out of the blue when we played with it, and we thought, actually,
this is brilliant. I like this.
This is brilliant. It's. Won't go into exactly what it is.
Hush, spoilers.
Then the one after is Sin.
Sin. We have talked about it before.
Now we let you figure out what Sin stands for.
What it stands for, yeah.
The artwork is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
If you like geek magic, I've never thought I would release anything like this. A few people have said you shouldn't release it, and a few dealers wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. But when you see watching the footage on the DVD, this is such a really good project. It's and it's the weirdest and geekiest piece of magic I've ever seen. And the irony is, it's so easy to do to a certain extent. You know?
It is actually really easy to do.
You know, even me and Chris, we had a go at this particular trick, and I thought I would never do anything like this. No. And it actually does work.
It does.
When you see the trailer, you are going to love it or hate it, or you might be curious.
Can I say who's it by?
It's by
Phil Knoxville. And he is very, very passionate about this trick.
Yeah, when you watch the footage, I've produced over 55 products under Magic Tao, and no one has been as passionate as Phil Knoxville with their release.
I totally agree.
So when you watch
he genuinely loves doing it.
When you watch the explanation, you can see the passion that
he's so into it. I love it.
It's pretty impressive. It's such a strange and weird, and the artwork as well. It's just great. A friend of ours, Titanus, had a suggestion of the artwork after we've done the original one, and we changed it, and it's fantastic.
It works.
The DVD's been done. It's all edited. It's all done. The trailer's been filmed first week, or second week in December. So as soon as that's done, we'll bring it out, and it's going to be a December release. And
it's a good one.
Yeah, and then we got
a lot of stuff on there.
We got Twister, which is going to be released after that as well, which is interesting. It's things moving by themselves, and
you're not touching them.
So yeah, we've got a jam-packed next month or so.
Oh, absolutely. We are busy. Although the rain is becoming an issue.
We've got a creative team working on
over there. Behind closed doors.
It's actually quite interesting because we do have a couple of other people working on various projects.
Yeah.
Various things are being prototyped. It's all about being organised and trying to maximise the potential for each release. We did get rid of a few releases the past couple of weeks, saying actually no, maybe in the future, we don't know.
Yeah, we've talked about some stuff today about might releasing stuff, might not release stuff.
We are trying to streamline and make sure that what we bring out to our customers is
quality.
It is doable. It's trying to bring a product that actually does what it says it does.
Yes.
Saying
bring
that,
you the best of the best.
There's a couple that have been really challenging.
That's very true, actually.
Yeah, we've got one which is.
We've got a couple that are giving us real problems at the moment.
But they do work.
They work. It's just we want to make sure that they're perfect before we give them to you guys.
Yeah, and because they're not cheap to produce, it needs to be perfect before money's spent in order to bring it out. So that's it. So we start off with Scarlet Monte.
Yeah, it's the start. It's the start of our big hitters.
Yeah, and
the blockbuster season.
And it's got free worldwide delivery. So, and I'm convinced that when you get it, you would love it.
You'll love it.
If you buy it and you hate it with a vengeance, just let us know, and we'll.
We highly doubt it.
If
you do, let us know.
That won't happen. So that's it for this week's show.
Bye. Welcome to Scarlet Monte by Malcolm Norton, a packet trick you will love performing. Welcome to the story of the Scarlet Pimpernel. The story goes something like this. The first time they caught the Scarlet Pimpernel, they left one of the guards outside the jail cell. They left the other two inside with him. One of the guards closed his eyes for just a second. The other turned his back, and within a blink of an eye, that's all he needed. He managed to escape from within. He managed to escape from all three guards, just like so. Included is a fun, story-driven patter that revolves around the Scarlet Pimpernel. The second time they caught him, they decided they were not going to close their eyes, they were not going to turn their back. They left him in the jail cell where they could see him. But just 1 second, that's all he needed. He managed to escape. A fun, easy-to-do routine that will leave your audiences with an ending they won't expect coming. They managed to catch him a third time, and there's a rhyme that comes with this. They left all the guards inside the jail cell. The rhyme goes, we seek him here, we seek him there, those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven, or is he in hell? That damned, elusive Pimpernel. he managed to arrive back where he started, inside the envelope. Also included, a Monte version, designed for work on the street. So if we actually take the cards straight out the pack, put the envelope in my pocket, put it there. Now the Scarlet Pimpernel goes something like this. I'm actually going to need both of your hands because it's a little windy. If you put your hand out, just like so, and Kat, just put your hand out there, that's great. The Jack of Hearts is a Scarlet Pimpernel. Now it goes with a story. These are our 3 guards. So the first time they actually caught the Scarlet Pimpernel, they put one of the guards outside the jail cell. If you put your hand on top of the jailman, that's great. And they kept the other 2 inside with the Scarlet Pimpernel, right? Now, the first jailman closed his eyes. The other one turned his back for just a second, and that's all the Scarlet Pimpernel needed, and he managed to escape. He managed to escape. He escaped from all 3 guards.
Is it there?
Have a look.
Whoa!
Now the second time, keep your hands out, the second time, they caught him a second time, and they decided they wouldn't close their eyes or anything, so they slipped him in the jail cell, just like so, but just like that. All he needed was 1 second, and he escaped all the way over there. Now the final time they caught him, they decided that they would leave all the people in the jail cell with him, and they wouldn't let him out of their sight. Now there's a rhyme that goes with this. It goes, we seek him here, we seek him there, those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven or is he in hell? That damned, elusive Pimpernel. And he managed to escape. Now remember, we started with the envelope, right at the beginning. Red envelope. If you actually have a look inside, there's 1 card and 1 card only. We take that out, turn it over.
All right.